Welcome once again back to the lab. It is your old Professor Pilk, and of course today we need to talk about the new Blastoise raid. Now, as you can see, my partner Pokemon here that we're going to be using for this is Lucario. Now, I've built a pretty good Lucario for this event, funny enough, I'm not using the shiny. Because my shiny is actually a Steel Tera. I'm using the Alpha from Legends Arceus. Now, while this would normally increase stats, in this game this does not. He's a regular Lucario, so you don't have to worry about that. I just thought it was kind of funny because we have Legends Zeta Alpha incoming here in the next year, so just thought it was a little ironic little twist there. Yes, it is Zeta Alpha, not Zeta A, which means not only are we getting Megas back, we're also getting Alphas back, which will be awesome. Nevertheless, guys, Fighting type Tera, Shell Bell, you know the drill. Now, EV-wise, I've given him special attack and special defense. Moveset is a bit weird. We got Aura Sphere, Metal Sound, Calm Mind, but I've also gone Sunny Day. Now, I'll explain when and where to use Sunny Day when we get into the battle, but for now, let's go ahead and do this. If I can hit the right button. Alright. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, the Lucario build is super fun. It's really makes this pretty easy, comparatively so at least. There's just a couple things that you need to be aware of and some nuances that you need to just adjust for. First thing you need to adjust for is that he's going to put up his barrier right out of the gate. There is zero cooldown here. It is just barrier time. So let's go ahead and address that. Now that does mean that we need to terastallize as quickly as humanly, Pokemonly possible. But, you know, it is what it is. If you are finding that you're taking too much damage from him, do make sure that you, I say make sure, you can run this with a Belly Bolt ally. Oftentimes you can just kind of like fail out and go back in until you get a Belly Bolt friend, and that'll be fine. I'm going to open up with 3 Calm Minds. Main reason being, not only are we increasing our offensive stat, we also need to increase our defensive stat. So, yeah. 3 Calm Minds, and then we're going to just spam Aura Sphere. Now, I've gone full PP into Aura Sphere, so we have Aura Sphere built all the way up. Let's Calm Mind a second time. Now, he's going to rely almost exclusively on Hydro Pump here because we resist everything else. And with our special defense up, he shouldn't be able to hurt us too badly. There we go. Now, the reason we're using Calm Mind over Nasty Plot is because we need an increase of our special defense. And since Lucario doesn't learn Amnesia, it's kind of like the best possible scenario here. There we go. I could do it a 4th time, but I think it's kind of wasted. I think 3 is like the perfect situation. Plus, you don't want to waste too much time because he is going to start knocking down... he's going to remove all of our stats towards the middle of the event. So, yeah, we don't want to waste a bunch of time. And we need to terastallize ASAP to do as much damage as possible. Now, the burn is nice, but the burn's not going to affect anything because he's a special attacker. So, yeah, the burn does essentially nothing here. There we go. Now, you will see that Sunny Day actually will help, but we got to wait till the end of the match to see how that's going to work. But for now, just kind of ride the hype train, I guess you could say. All right, so here we go. I would love for one of those Hydro Pumps to miss, but it's like an 80% accurate move, and he never misses with it. Or rarely, I will say, misses with it. Okay, now we can Tera, and we can start doing Aura Sphere with it with the Tera boost. And you'll see, we'll actually build our HP back up pretty fast. There we go. Now, you could put a little bit of EVs into his speed stat and make him a little bit faster. I don't think it's super necessary, but it might help out. Here we go. I don't think this is one of those situations where speed is going to be an enormous factor. It might help, but it's not going to be a crazy important factor. All right, remove negative effects from himself, so the burn is gone, but it really, like I said, in the long run of things, did practically nothing. Now, also note here, while we do have Metal Sound, we can't use it quite yet. We're not quite in that realm. Metal Sound will be handy here as soon as his barrier goes down, but for the moment, it's not super important. Well, number one, it's a status move. It won't work with his barrier up anyway. Number two, well, that's really the number one thing. It just won't work with his barrier up. All right. We did not break his barrier. Somebody want to hit that barrier with, like... Okay, nope. So he's doing Shell Smash. So his barrier is essentially broken. He's increasing his special attack. So the barrier should drop any minute. He doesn't generally do that until the barrier breaks, and I don't know why. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a Metal Sound. Metal Sound should stick with him to the end of the fight. It'll decrease his special attack, and he will probably remove our stat changes here. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and have to do Calm Mind again. Now, we need to be careful here. We need as much HP as possible going into this. There's a possibility we might have to Cheer Heal. I'm hoping one of his Hydro Pumps misses, but we'll see. All right, so we'll do 3 of these again. We really need as much special defense as possible. All right, here comes Hydro Pump. This is not going to feel good. Not the end of the world, though. Let's do one more Calm Mind. We can eat one more Hydro Pump, but I don't think we can eat one after that. But by this point, between Metal Sound and our Calm Minds, we should be producing enough damage to kind of make our way through this. Yep. That felt bad, but it's not the end of the world. There we go. This is that rare situation where I'm like, the speed stat probably would help a little bit, but we're back at full health. It is what it is. Okay, so he just lost Metal Sound, and he's going to do Rain Dance. No, not yet. No Rain Dance yet? Here we go. So I want to get rid of Rain Dance. Rain Dance is a death sentence for us. So what do we do? Sunny day, baby. Bye-bye, Rain Dance. And also, worth noting, now we no longer have to worry about Hydro Pump essentially until the end of the match. Look at that. It did practically nothing. You already had it queued up, so it was what it was. We can Metal Sound here and do some extra damage, but I don't think it's super necessary. We could just kind of finish this up just spamming Aura Sphere. You could use Metal Sound if you want. I don't think it's super important. Now, the downside here, this is the real downside. Yeah, that right there. Dropping our special defense. That could be problematic. And he's doing double attacks. Come on, dude. Uncool, man. Uncool. So yeah, probably should have done a Metal Sound. That's okay. 2 more Aura Spheres and he's down anyway. That. So here comes Flash Cannon. Our special defense is down, so it's going to feel bad, but it's not the world ending. And this is one of the situations where if you're running with a Belly Bolt and Belly Bolt has light screen up, you'll be in good shape. You can, I think I mentioned at the beginning, but you can actually launch this over and over and over again until you get a Belly Bolt friend, and it'll just help with your special attack, or special defense. Downside is it won't defend against a crit, but it is what it is. And that's that, guys. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I think this Aura Sphere will do it. Maybe one more. No, that did it. Oh, a critical hit. Well, that helped too. So, good news. So there you guys go. Blastoise is pretty easy with the right build. I did have a couple physical builds that I built. You know, there were other builds out there, and we could talk about them later on in the week. But it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. What am I going to put him in? Let's put him in a... Let's put him in a Luxury Ball. I don't think I've done a Luxury Ball on a Raid Mon in a while. There you go, big boy. Now, I haven't paid a huge amount of attention to the rewards yet. I know last time with Venusaur, we got HMs and stuff, and it was so worth farming that. We probably will with this again. I would imagine with Charizard, too. I think the Charizard raid, they're really going to sweeten the rewards. No, we did not get any HMs. Oh no, I was really hoping so. Well, hopefully you farm those with Venusaur. But nevertheless, got some Karma Shards, got an ability patch, which is nice. An ability capsule, we got 2 nuggets. So it is worth farming, guys. So make sure you guys get on this. Like, comment, share. I'll be back with more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming up here real soon.